Right now on Denver 7 News at 6 a.m.
These pills, literally you take one and you have no idea what you're taking and that's it. You don't get a second chance.
Colorado's fentanyl crisis causes heartache for more families.
I'm Denver 7's Colette Bordelon. Today, authorities will announce the progress they've made in getting this dangerous drug off our streets.
Plus, Colorado parents in a pinch to find baby formula are now getting some help from the state, the new resource available for those in need.
And goal.
Close, score, Comfort.
After goal.
Here comes McKinnon moving in, he scores!
After goal.
Landeskog, empty net, score!
The Avs come out on top after playing one of the highest scoring conference final games ever. And that's how loud Ball Arena was through the TV. Imagine what it was like live. That place was rocking, but the Avs came out on top after a back and forth game. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Jessica Crawford. It is a wet and soggy start to your Wednesday morning. We're taking a live look right now from our mile-high camera. Not looking quite as wet as it did even maybe just an hour ago, Katie.
Some light showers falling right now over downtown Denver, but elsewhere, dark skies near Fort Morgan, some heavy rain over the far eastern plains. It is a soggy start to the day, though. Here across the Front Range and Plains, a live look Boulder over Pearl Street Mall. You'll wake up with some wet roadways in and around Metro Denver, and you can see those showers rolling in over City Park. Rocky Mountain National Park off to the west, just covered in some light to moderate snowfall over that higher terrain, but further to the west near Glenwood Springs, it is a crystal clear start to the morning, a sign of what's to come later on today. So this rain and snow will taper off, but this morning, heaviest amounts over the far northeastern plains, some gusty winds as well near Fort Morgan and in and around downtown Denver. Light to moderate rainfall will continue here for the next couple of hours, so definitely bring the rain jacket, the umbrella along for early this morning. That rain snow mix into the foothills and snow level mainly above 9,000 feet. Temperatures outside currently were cold up in the mountains, only in the low 30s. Netherland and Evergreen upper 30s right now. Highlands Ranch and Littleton low to mid 40s up north near Fort Collins and Greeley. Your fresh air forecast for today. It's not going to warm up much. We'll only see highs today in the upper 50s to low 60s, but then we'll really warm up tomorrow, Jason.
Yeah, very wet roadways around town anywhere you want to go. A lot of standing water, and up into the high country we have snow. This is over Loveland Pass right now. You can see the snow is sticking up to the roadway. It's also sticking to Berthoud Pass, and this is over on Highway 72 near Netherland in Boulder County. A lot of snow in the grass and the trees, but just a little bit of slush there on the roadways. The drive overall here in town doesn't look too bad. As you take a look at the quad split, let me show you some of the different road conditions around town. 128th I-25. This is over on 225 over by Alameda. You can see the drive on 6th Avenue and the drive that we have over on I-270 over by Quebec. So very wet roadways anywhere you want to go, with speeds down right now, so that brings the drive times up as we're looking at a lot of standing water in a lot of these areas. I-76 is getting hit pretty hard by some rain right now, as is the eastern side of Metro Denver, so just keep those speeds down and don't be surprised if you hit some standing water here this morning.
Jason, thank you. It's just a tiny pill, but hundreds of Coloradans have died from it.
Colorado lawmakers passed a new law to increase penalties for fentanyl possession and for dealers. And that's one method of attack, but today we're going to learn what's being done at the street level to combat this drug crisis. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live this morning because state troopers, Colette, are making a big announcement about drug seizures today.
That announcement is scheduled for 10 this morning. Those behind it, like you said, they're calling it a major update related to the seizures of the deadly synthetic opioid. Meanwhile, though, countless families are living with the impact of this crisis. One of them is preparing to bury their 15-year-old child. Loved ones say on May 14th, Josiah Velasquez took a blue pill laced with fentanyl and never regained consciousness. He was on life support for a week at Children's Hospital. Now, the teen's brother is raising awareness about the dangers of counterfeit pills.
These pills, literally you take one and you have no idea what you're taking and that's it. You don't get a second chance.
I feel like he tried doing this to fit in, and that's one thing like I want to get across to other people is don't feel that you have to try something just to fit in, because at the end of the day you are who you are, and he was a very good person.
words we can all live by. Now, if you know absolutely anything about Velasquez's death, you're encouraged to call the Arvada Police Department. The family is screen printing t-shirts and candles with messages about the dangers of counterfeit pills that are laced with fentanyl. Any money raised from those will be going toward funeral expenses. There's also a GoFundMe. You can find that link on thedenverchannel.com. Now, as for that announcement that you guys were talking about earlier, that's happening this morning in just a couple of hours from now. The second we have those details, we'll bring them to you as quickly as we can. Live in Denver, Colette Bortle on Denver 7.
Thank you, Colette. And the conversation on fentanyl continues. Tomorrow, Denver's Mayor Michael Hancock and Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser will begin a two-day conference about fentanyl. We spoke previously with Mayor Hancock about the issue on our sister station, Local 3.
And this is a public health crisis. We also have to prepare law enforcement to address it. It's going to take a collaborative, regional, and statewide approach to get it done.
So the summit will have both regional and statewide law enforcement looking at how to best fight the crisis.
Today, President Biden will meet with baby formula manufacturers in the U.S. They'll discuss the progress made to fill empty shelves. Denver 7's Christian Lopez has some good news for Colorado parents.
The state is stepping up to provide baby formula to those in need. We know parents have been scrambling all across the country and here in Colorado when it comes to finding baby formula to feed their children during this nationwide shortage. But now hospitals in Colorado have received shipments of baby formula after the federal government increased production of it and approved shipping it from abroad. The Colorado State Health Department has also launched a resource page for families. Parents can use this to find up-to-date information on where to find formula and how to donate or find milk. Last week, Governor Polis declared the shortage a disaster emergency and approved the use of emergency funds to support free distribution of donor breast milk to parents across the state. And we have a link to the state's resource page on our website, thedenverchannel.com. Reporting in Denver, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian. Well, our much-needed rain yesterday caused some hiccups for baseball fans. The Rockies had to postpone their game with the Marlins last night. So today they'll have a doubleheader out at Coors Field if the weather cooperates today. It's set to start after 1. Meanwhile, for Avs fans, they're probably still sleeping in this morning after an exciting but exhausting Game 1 against the Oilers.
The Western Conference Finals is off to a thrilling start. For the second time in less than a week, the Avs watched a comfortable lead just slip away, but they held on to a win 8-6, 14 goals in Game 1.
We would prefer to not have an 8-6 game. We're up 7-3. We got to find a way just to get the momentum back a little bit as they push, but that's playoff hockey. There's so many momentum swings.
Game 2 is tomorrow night at 6 back at Ball Arena. It's still unclear if goalie Darcy Kemper can play. The team is monitoring his upper body injury.
And Avs fans were greeted to some wet and chilly weather last night. The rain continued overnight into early this morning. Showers still falling here around the Denver metro area. They will gradually end through the mid-morning and early afternoon hours. Daytime highs, Jason, will only be in the high 50s, low 60s.
Yeah, right now we have a very wet drive anywhere you want to go. Splashback's a problem. Standing water's a problem. We're driving right now over on C470. Just came off of I-70 and we're going south or east, if you want to call it that, all the way down towards Morrison, Alameda, and getting down to 285. So you see how wet the conditions are for us right now. It's like this across most of Metro Denver. We'll take a look at those travel times coming up.
Coming up, why Zillow is ranking 2 metro neighborhoods among the most popular in the entire country right now. Plus,
I'm John Matarese. Is Home Depot really having a big clearance sale, or could it all be a scam? A warning before you shop online. Coming up.